Atomic Habits by James Clear, a Sonic Summary. Introduction: The Power of Habits. Every individual aspires to become a better version of themselves, whether it's acquiring new skills, shedding unwanted pounds, or improving their relationships. James Clear's Atomic Habits takes us through the journey of small changes, leading to significant results. Just as atoms are the building blocks of molecules, tiny habits form the foundation of remarkable outcomes. Example: consider Sarah, a writer who writes just one sentence every day. While this seems trivial at first, over time, these sentences accumulate into articles, chapters, and eventually an entire book. Authors quote, "Changes that seem small and unimportant at first will compound into remarkable results if you're willing to stick with them for years." The first law: make it obvious, designing your environment for success. Your surroundings play a pivotal role in habit formation. By tweaking our environment, we can set ourselves up for success and make our desired behaviors obvious. Example: every morning, Sarah places her laptop and a notebook on her desk, making it evident that her first task is to write. Authors quote, "Environment is the invisible hand that shapes human behavior." The second law: make it attractive. The role of dopamine. Our brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical, not only when we experience pleasure, but also when we anticipate. By making habits attractive, we can tap into this positive feedback loop, which makes repetition more likely. Example: Sarah rewards herself with a cup of her favorite tea after writing a page, making the act of writing more alluring. Authors quote, "It is the anticipation of a reward, not the fulfillment of it, that gets us to take action." The third law: make it easy. Reduce friction. The simpler a habit is to start, the more likely you'll stick with it. Reducing friction makes the process smoother, while increasing friction can deter unwanted behaviors. Example: Sarah keeps her writing tools within arm's reach, eliminating the need to search for them. On the other hand, she keeps her phone in another room during writing hours, making it harder to get distracted. Authors quote, "The less energy a habit requires, the more likely it is to occur." The fourth law: make it satisfying. Immediate rewards. Our brain values immediate rewards. If we want a behavior to be repeated, it should be immediately satisfying. Example: after a writing session, Sarah feels a sense of accomplishment. This instant gratification, combined with her tea reward, ensures she's motivated to write again the next day. Authors quote, "What is immediately rewarded is repeated. What is immediately punished is avoided." Advanced tactics: the role of identity. Habits are not just about routines, but also about reinforcing identity. When you adopt a habit, you're not just performing a task, you're embodying a particular identity. Example: Sarah doesn't just see herself as someone who writes. Over time, she identifies as a writer. This identity reinforces her daily habit of writing. Authors quote, "Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become." Harnessing the power of accountability and social reinforcement. Having someone to hold you accountable or sharing a habit with a group can amplify the effects of the four laws, making it more obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Example: Sarah joins a writers' club where they share their daily progress. The encouragement from peers and the desire not to let them down strengthens her commitment. Authors quote, "We imitate the habits of three groups in particular: the close, the many, the powerful." Conclusion: the journey of 1,000 miles. Atomic Habits emphasizes that mastery is not about making massive changes, but about consistent, incremental improvement. It's not the magnitude, but the repetition that counts. For anyone like Sarah or our listeners, the journey towards monumental outcomes begins with deciding to make those tiny, atomic-level changes today. Authors quote, "Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. The same way that money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. Remember, every big journey begins with a small step." The question is, are you ready to take yours today?